back to my channel. I'm Vicky and I love all things fragrance, body care, beauty, and I love a good haul. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you miss any of my uploads. So if you're interested in starting your fragrance collection, but you're not quite sure what designer picks to choose from, then just keep on watching. I have some recommendations if you're interested in getting into fragrances, starting with designer fragrances, but you're not quite sure which scents to choose. I have a few suggestions. Keep in mind, these are my personal suggestions. Fragrance is subjective. You really have to try it for yourself to get a good feel of it. I know we love watching reviews to get ideas of things because we find people that we have a lot of scents in common with, but the reality is you never really know how a fragrance is going to react on your skin and mesh with your body chemistry until you try it. So I highly recommend visiting stores like Macy's, Ulta, Sephora, JCPenney, Nordstrom, and whoever else you got in your area that you can go and smell some things. So I have a list. I have 10 plus 2 because I can never follow the rules. Try to remember, have some notes on the screen. And one thing I highly recommend before I even get into the list, keep up with Fragrantica, not necessarily to like just be on there or whatever, but I think it's important that if you start finding, say if you have 5 scents that you know you love, I recommend looking them up on Fragrantica to see if they have any similar notes, in whether if it's similar in the top, the mid, or the base, because that can give you a very good idea of a scent profile that you would be more attracted to, so that if you kind of see that makeup in a scent that you've never smelled before, but you know it's got a ton of the notes you enjoy, there's a chance that you would actually like the scent. Not always, but there's still a really good chance you'd enjoy that scent. So I'm done babbling. The first scent should come as no surprise if you're familiar with my channel. I think this is probably my favorite designer scent. It's Donna Buonarroma. Okay, my collection has to have Donna in it. I have to have her. I have to have her. I have to have her. Okay. I do have a travel spray to this that, like, if I just happen to go out of town, I will take that with me. So I always have her close to my heart. I love me some Donna. Okay. I remember when this first came out, I went to the store. I think this is probably the first thing I redeemed my first Rouge reward for. Like, they sprayed this, I smelled it, and I was immediately at the register. Like, take my money. That was back when I think not the big bottle, but the 1.7, I think it used to be $100. It ain't $100 no more, but I still have to say nothing, child. This is going to be one of the scents that I highly recommend you try out if you're interested in starting your fragrance collection with designer scents. I want to preface designer scents because while I do have a few niche scents, I wouldn't consider myself to be an experienced fragrance collector or connoisseur. So there might be some scents that I might have that might actually be niche that I'm not sure that they're niche, and vice versa. I might think something is a niche scent, but it's probably actually a designer scent. So yeah. Number 2, Burberry Goddess. Y'all, it's everything to me. It's such an alluring scent. It's a scent that I feel like just draws me in. Like, as soon as I smelled it, it's one of those, yep, take it to the register. Yes, I love this scent so much. And I try to tell myself, girl, slow down. You know, you got a ton of other scents that you could be wearing. Don't go so hard in the paint with it. But this smells so good. It's such a good vanilla scent. It's got, I think, vanilla in all. Top, middle, base. There's a little lavender. It's cozy. It's alluring. It's just one of those, you have to smell it to get where I'm coming from. Next, number 3, though I don't wear her that frequently, I'm going to suggest the Armani My Way line. So this is the My Way Intense. So I definitely recommend, there's the original, there's the intense, there's a floral version. I highly recommend going in store, smelling them out, see how you feel about them, because I love the way the original smells, but once I smelled this intense, they amped up that tuberose. Now, I am personally a fan of tuberose, orange blossom scents, so keep that in mind. So in the event you find that you don't love tuberose, then the My Way line is not the line for you. But anything's always worth trying out. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Jimmy Choo My Way, the original. Now, I finished that in the summer, so I don't have that, but I do have the intense version. No, the I Want You Forever. This one has a cherry note added to it. It still shares that same DNA, but that first one, I don't know if it's because the peach note, it drew me in. This one still smells really good as well, but I still think I prefer the OG over I Want You Forever. But yeah, if you like a peach scent, highly recommend checking out Jimmy Choo's I Want You. Another scent I'm gonna highly recommend, I feel like this is still available, if it's available. I hope it is. This is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. And it's just a very sexy rose scent. It's not like a loud rose scent. It's got a nice musk to it, and while I don't enjoy musk that much lately, I find that the Narciso Rodriguez musk DNA, that musk is done very well. And I think there's a plum note in here, so this isn't like an intense fragrance. It's one of those where like you walk past someone and they're like, they kind of like look you up and down a little bit, like, oh, who is that? Like, yeah. This one to me is like a nice sexy rose scent. Sexy rose and musk. It's called Musk Noir Rose. So I feel like that's kind of telling of the kind of vibe this is coming on. Highly recommend smelling this if you can. Next, Chanel. Coco Mademoiselle Intense. I feel like this is like, how can you have a fragrance collection and you not have a Chanel scent? Like, I feel like every person who has a fragrance collection should have one Chanel scent. Like, I just feel like you should. Don't ask me why. I just feel like you should. They don't all smell like perfumey and floral. Some of them are a little more sweet, a little more on the fresh end of the spectrum. So I feel like there's room for everyone to enjoy a Chanel scent. And Coco Mademoiselle Intense, this one is just so good to me. There's some patchouli. This one, I feel like this is a great everyday type of scent. Like, this is something that you could put in your signature scent like repertoire. If I wanted to have like my 5 scents that I would probably wear to work every day, I would probably put this on that list. It's just such a good scent to wear, and I'm pretty sure I almost always get complimented every time I have this on. So there's also that. Next, I'm gonna say the Lieb line, something from the Lieb line. There's Lieb Intense, which, again, that bottle's gone, but I do have Lieb Le Parfum, which pretty much smells pretty similar to Lieb Intense. It just has an added saffron and honey note, which makes this a little more smooth than Lieb Intense. Lieb, the OG, is nice. I like Lieb Le Parfum the best, and then Lieb Intense, and then the new Lieb, the L'Absolu Plan, whatever it's called, and then the OG. And I didn't like the EDT at all. I just, even though it has the same DNA, I just wasn't vibing with it. It wasn't vibing with me, and we just weren't vibing with each other. So, but this, I feel like having something from the Lieb collection is definitely worth looking into when building up your fragrance collection. Y'all, of course, I lost count, and I'm not gonna try and figure out where I'm at. I'm gonna just keep going because I didn't got off track anyways. Next on my list, this is very new to my collection, but I feel like this would be a great scent to try out and add to your collection. This is Prada Paradox Intense. This one, white floral, so good. A little citrusy, little zest. Amazing. I didn't love the OG Paradox, but that doesn't mean you won't like that. So I recommend smelling both, seeing, you know, which one you vibe with, because this intense one, okay, is good. And I ain't gonna hold you. So next, I feel like we all need a good freshie in our collection. I'm gonna pick Ocean di Gioia from Giorgio Armani. So good. Aqua di Gioia is also very good, but that one has an added sweetness. There's a brown sugar note in that one. But this one kind of smells a little more like soapy fresh. This one, so good. If you like a good freshie scent, highly recommend this. Or if you like work somewhere where you know, the environment's sensitive to scents, you know, still a very nice scent to have. Now here's where I'm going over 10. So I think this is technically number 10, but I'm gonna have 2 honorable mentions because I feel like they are also quintessential to a collection. But I couldn't leave this off, and I think this is designer. I don't think this counts as niche. That's Kilian's Angel Share. If you like a heavy hitter, okay, it's boozy, a little spicy, a little sweet. You want the people to know you coming, okay? Throwing that Angel Share. So a random story. I feel like I've told this story before. I was at a Marshall store. I had walked in, and someone had walked in not too far after me. One of the associates had kind of walked through, cut between us, and actually he must have walked behind the other guy, but my sillage was back there with them still, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you smell amazing." And then the guy must have really thought that was him, but I played it cool. I didn't walk over and say, actually, it's me, because I didn't want to be that kind of person. But I knew what they were smelling was me, because I had this on, and I had on Pumpkin Cupcake. I knew it was me. I knew it. But I didn't say anything, again, because I was trying to be humble. So when I get to the register, that same associate, he's now back at the register. He's like, "That's you that smells like that." And I was like, "I know. I just didn't want to go over there and bust his bubble, but I knew you wasn't smelling him." Respectfully. Not when I got this Angel Share on. I knew you wasn't smelling him. I knew you was smelling me. It was me smelling like Angel Share all around that store. That's why his one lady was following me. But, okay. Gonna add this. Now, if you're not afraid of a little spicy, a little boozy, then yes, add this to your collection. And I'm pretty sure the Kilian line, at least some of the scents, are starting to populate more so in the Sephora stores. And they have a discovery set online if you don't have like a Sephora in your area, where you can buy these, or you can buy them directly from the Kilian site, to where you can try these scents out. But okay, now for my honorable mentions, which really, this should probably be a list of 15, because they should really be on the list, not honorable mentions. Another one I'm going to mention, Vanilla Woods 7 Virtues. If you enjoy vanilla scents, you got to have it. Okay? Have to have it. Next, the Burberry Hairline. Pick one. Like, this one's a little lighter. Berries, musk. Then there's the Elixir, which is a little more stronger on the berries, a little more smooth, a little less musk. There's her Intense, which I think is discontinued. That one has some cherry notes added. That one's a little more date night. Then there's I can't remember the other name. I think it's EDT, actually. The Eau de Toilette. That one has like a pear note. It's very good for like spring and warmer weather. Anyone from the Burberry Hairline would be a great addition to your collection. I'm probably going to make this a list of 15 because, y'all, okay, 10, we need more options. Kayali, Vanilla 28, like, There's not much that needs to be said about this. It's just, especially once this starts to macerate and that brown sugar starts to smell almost a little syrupy, this is just so good. Such a great addition to any layering combination. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop there, but there's just so many other designer scents you could add to your collection if you're starting a new collection, or if you're interested in adding some more designer scents to your collection. There's just so many to choose from. But this is just what I have in my collection I can like readily identify. So I'm not even gonna put a number on here, top 10. I'm just gonna put top designer fragrances to start or add to your collection, because that's really what this is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video.